Good morning. Happy Saturday. Back to Where My Business. Yes, we are. I guess this is day 4. Either day 4 or day 3. Alrighty. So, recap of yesterday. I spent most of the day, that client, my forever client. I spent most of the day working on their social media calendar, primarily creating the graphics, right? Because I already did calendar of what I would be posting until May, or scheduled to post until May. And I literally created 20 graphics yesterday, y'all. 20 graphics. Now, I'm going to be honest and transparent with y'all because I am an honest and transparent person. I did some of the graphics. What took me majority of the day was the holiday graphics. I'm not trying to give y'all clues of this client, but they're a nonprofit. I can't say that. They're a nonprofit, and they specifically, I don't want to say specifically, but their target audience is Black people, Black youth in a sense, or people of color. Let's be politically correct. And I decided to, with the social media campaign, do holiday graphics for them and include Kwanzaa. So it took me all day to do these Kwanzaa graphics because I didn't know how to create them. I didn't know how to design them. It did take research as far as like making sure I was spelling the words correct and having the correct symbols. So of course I'm a research girly. I'm always do my research first, right? But when it came down to the actual design, because you're used to seeing Christmas graphics, we're used to seeing, I was about to say New Year's Eve graphics and all the other July 4th. Even now more people are starting to celebrate Juneteenth. But we're used to seeing, how that aesthetically looks, right? As far as design. But Kwanzaa, I'm sorry to say, as a Black woman, I don't know that many people that, celebrate it. I don't think I know anyone personally that celebrate it. If they do, they don't necessarily broadcast it. And anyone, can celebrate it. But anywho, I don't want to get down the rabbit hole of that, but that literally what took up majority of my day. Those 7 graphics, and then after that I think I didn't finish doing those graphics until probably 3 p.m. around 3 or 4, and then after that I spent from 4 to 8 doing the other teacher appreciation, Memorial Day, MLK. But what I explained to them is that I'm not a designer. That's just, I have a close friend that I have a couple of friends that's designers and do graphics and all of that, and it's a method to it. So I know what looks good, but as far as me doing it, know what I can do, or what are my secrets, because I'm transparent out here, and we keep what happens on What's in My Business stay on What's on My Business, okay? Or What's in My Business. So we can talk about it in the comments. But one of my secrets, and a lot of people do this, is if I do have, a vision for something and I don't know how to necessarily do it, I'll Google something that's similar to it and then use that as inspiration, which a lot of people do that. But I think that's the best way to go. But when I was Googling flyers for Kwanzaa, I wasn't really seeing anything appealing. You can see a lot of cute Christmas flyers and graphics, or New Year's Eve, or even, Resurrection and Easter. But for Kwanzaa, and especially in Canva, because I do use Canva. And Canva, shout out to Canva, such a blessing. I do use Canva, and in Canva, they didn't have nothing. They had elements to create Kwanzaa. They did have, the Kwanzaa candles and the Pan-African design elements and the symbols and the principles and all that. But as far as design templates for Kwanzaa, baby, they didn't have anything. So anywho, that's what literally took up most of my day. And then I remember said from 4 to 8, I did the rest of the graphics. So I designed, like I said, 20 graphics. Yeah, I designed 20 graphics because I did 8 for Kwanzaa and then the rest. And then I had to schedule. Now, altogether on my Excel Google sheet, altogether there's about 40 posts. And out of the 40, about 8 of them I had already. And I'm saying like 40 from November. Started this calendar in November to November to May 2026. There's about 40 posts, or a little bit over 40, and I know 8 of them was already scheduled for November, because also, I don't know if I mentioned this, but in Instagram, you can, and I just found this out the other day, in Instagram, you can only schedule up until 30 days. It only allows you to schedule 30 days in advance. So today is November 15th. You can only schedule up until December 15th, which burgers can be choosers, because the scheduling post, that's a newer feature that Instagram added, I think in the last couple of years. It wasn't always there, last 2 years, I believe. But this is my first time realizing that you can only do, 30 days in advance. So the thing with this client is that they gave me the login. They gave me the login for the scheduling service that they use, or software or platform that they use. But every time I log into the platform, somebody got to send me a login code. And a lot of times when I was working on scheduling the posts through the software platform, it would be at night, and I didn't want to, disturb, other person, because I know they had a, day job and all this other stuff. But last night I ended up, messaging her around 8, and I was like, hey, sorry to bother you, but I need that code, but this is also what I did this time, because once I realized that I had to get a verification code each time I logged in, I was like, let me just go ahead and do all the graphics, get all the posts together. That way I can just schedule everything all at once. And literally, I mentioned y'all, the calendar that I have is about 40 posts, or a little bit over 40 posts. And I literally, minus the 8 that I already did through Instagram that allowed me to go up until December 8th, I scheduled, I guess 20 something, it was over 20. I'll say altogether there's 35 scheduled social media posts. And that's a lot. And that's between graphics, photos, and videos. Now, there are about, because I said 35, it is about 40. That's on my tentative calendar. So there's 5 that I did not schedule, 5 that I still need to create, but I'm gonna have to hand at least 3 of them off, because 3 of them require someone name and real people. 2 of them are videos that I need to put together, which I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I didn't finish last night. With everything I did, from making the graphics to scheduling, also, I made the mistake with one of them. I was trying to schedule it and I ended up posting it, and through the platform, I couldn't go back and unpost or delete. So they ended up having to post 11 something at night. But anywho, I ended up finishing in total around, time-wise, around midnight or over. Oh. Now my phone scared me. Hold on, y'all. Phone fell in my pocket. But I end up finishing 35 posts in the scheduling and all that around midnight or after midnight. It may have been like 12:30, to be honest. And that's also, I had to get photos, because I also have access to their photos, right? So I had to get photos, because like I said, the content is not just graphic. I don't want their social media to be graphic heavy, even though around the holiday times, now that I think about it, it is kind of going to be graphic heavy, but there's a mixture of social graphics, photos, and videos. So yeah, I said all that. Moral of the story, that took a lot out of me, but I'm so glad I see the light at the tunnel in regards to it. And then, y'all, let me tell y'all, they ended up calling me yesterday around 4 o'clock. I can't believe I talked about that for like minutes. They ended up calling me yesterday around 4 o'clock, because mind you, I told y'all they asked me to do another project that starts in December, but they were telling me I could start that project early because they sent over, the files and stuff, and I could start it early. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished. I was like, hold up. I said, let me clear off let me clear off what I have for y'all, the deliverables that I'm working on currently before I move on to that. Because at the end of the day, that is this week I dedicated majority of my time. I don't want to say majority because I did work on some other stuff, but like yesterday I was just locked in. I was locked in. And a lot of days this week I was, locked in because I know I had to finish this. And I know I'm going over my hours and I'm not even going to, for the rest of my rate or the rest of the fee that's left from the current previous project or whatnot, I'm just going to, invoice them for that. I'm not going to add more hours to it because I know I went over. And baby, at this point, they getting like a 2-for-1 in a sense, but it is what it is. But yeah, in that, me telling them, hey, I'm going to finish the deliverables, I'm proud of myself for speaking up in a sense and creating those boundaries or letting them know expectations in a sense. I didn't want them to think like I'm about to start on this new project in the midst of still trying to finish what I've been working on. Especially, like I mentioned, it's things that I don't want to do. Like the next project, it is something that I'm more interested in. I know it's going to be real time consuming, but it is what it is. But like social media, I never really been a social media person. Like I said, I'm not a graphic designer. That's not me. It's just something that I had to do because it was a part of, being a marketing manager or marketing director. You have to, create graphics and whatnot if your graphic people aren't there or if you're working with a small team. So it's something that in a sense I had to do, but it's not up to the par of the people that I know who, went to school for it or actually have an interest in it. Like to me, it's very mundane, tedious, and it takes me entirely too long. Like I know the time that it took me to do yesterday, like the graphics and the scheduling and all of that, my friends that do it, like, and that's their career, it probably took them 3 hours, maybe 4 hours tops, not all day and all night, but it is what it is. We're just happy that we're at the end. We're at the end of it. Like I said, I'm gonna do there's about two or three videos I need to make. And really I'm making those videos from stuff I already have. So, and honestly, I gotta learn Canva new features because I did see now that you can do like just drop the photos in and use a template for the social media videos. So I need to learn Canva a bit more so I can, instead of, I was making my videos in InShot. I did use CapCut before, but CapCut you got to pay for if you want to, use their templates, good templates. Not saying that they don't offer good templates on the free versions, because they do, but the ones that I like end up being like the premium templates. And right now, I don't have no more money to be dishing out. Like, I need to bring some money in. Anywho, I spent 15 minutes talking about that. Really was kind of venting. But, okay, so, yeah. But that was, like I said, all of my day yesterday. And then I told you guys that I have an interview on Monday. And the goal is today, after I do those last 2 videos for my client and I get those scheduled, and I'm gonna send an email to the other person that works on social media or their communications and ask her like, hey, can you, if you would like or if you want to, can you, these are some ideas or some missing posts that I had planned for the future. If you can handle that, cool. If not, that's cool too. They have over 30 posts that's going to be scheduled, which to me that's good because normally they're only really active on their social media when their organization is active, which is primarily in the summer. So anywho, yeah, so back to the interview. So I have an interview on Monday, and like I told y'all, it's a lot of stuff I just got to get in HubSpot. I'm going to get in HubSpot and work on certification. So that's the goal for today and tomorrow, because I have to secure this this role. I just have to. There's no way around it. Like I can't mess this opportunity up. And yeah. So moral of the story really is just me locking in. Me really, they said this is lock-in season, and I'm really locking in. Now today, because mind y'all, like I told y'all, I do these in the morning, these recap videos in the morning, or we in my business. But today I do have to also go spend some time with my family. We having a family event, but I already told my mom I gotta leave early. I have to do these certifications. I have to do these certifications before I have my interview, and which means I need to knock them out this weekend, like at least 3 of the certifications, and it's gonna take 20 hours, but it's okay. And honestly, it's not gonna be so bad because it's already stuff that I already know about for the most part. But it's with HubSpot, it's just me making sure I know where they done moved it or whatnot, and hoping that, because HubSpot has had updates internally, hoping that the videos are as updated as the actual platform, because HubSpot changed some of their terminology, changed some of the words for the same things. But it is what it is with that. But I don't have anything else for you guys today. So recap. Oh, and that hot lead, they did get back to me and they said they had to pass it to the next person. And they were like, thank you so much. They were like, thank you so much for the very detailed email. You're welcome. You're welcome. So waiting on them to follow up. Hopefully they follow up next week, because right now I don't want to leave them hanging either. But yeah, it's the weekend. They're definitely not about to email me today. But yeah, so got a response from them. Once I clear off my plate, right, which y'all know I already said, client number 1, getting their current deliverables out the way. Client number 2, have not forgot about him. It's like he's hanging over my head. And especially I be seeing him on social media, and I know he be seeing me on social media, and I'm like, I know he be seeing me post this stuff, and he probably be like, that girl still ain't giving me my stuff, or that woman still ain't giving my stuff. Sir, it's coming. I promise you, it's coming. But yeah, after I clear off my plate from some of the current things that I have, then that's where I'm going to work on more leads and reaching out, and drop my flyer for more clients offering the services that I actually want to do. And also update, I still haven't heard from my assistant that I hired off of Fiverr. So if you've seen her or him, let me know. Monday I will be sending a message to them like, hey, any updates? Like, can you let me know when you plan on starting on this? Like, can you let me know? Because y'all, a big bird just flew over my house. Anywho, yeah, on Monday, because I guess it's been a week. And I guess because the SEO person, like, they were on it, constantly responding, hey, I'm working on this. Like, they were on it, and this person, you're supposed to be my assistant, and I ain't heard from you at all. Did I waste my money, y'all? If I wasted my money, let me know. Is it given scam, or is it given I just need to be patient? We gonna see. Anywho, that's enough of me chit-chatting. I hope y'all have a wonderful Saturday. If y'all hear any snoring, that is my dog. And yeah, I will talk to y'all later, because it's already almost 10 o'clock a.m. And I got a lot of stuff to do today. So I will probably be on here tomorrow, giving y'all a recap. And normally Sundays are my self-care Sundays, but I gotta push through this weekend. I have to, because I need to secure that role. And yeah, I need to secure that role. I need a role before, I need a job, I need income before December 1st, because yeah, I need to keep this roof over my head. Yeah. Alrighty. Peace, love, and blessing. Y'all have a wonderful day. And don't forget, if you have any comments, any advice, questions, tips, leave it in the comment section. I will respond. And follow me. And if you want to go to my websites or social media, you have any advice, let me know. I'm always ears. I'm always open to advice, even if I don't take it. Okay? Bye, y'all. Peace, love, and blessings. Bye.